What's up, Mountain Tough? Welcome back to the Sandbag Limited Daily. Today is week 3, day 4. We've got a good workout for you. You guys are gonna need your sandbag, you're gonna need your treadmill, or some space to run. So today's workout, we've got 2 blocks. You guys are gonna see each of these twice. Block number 1 is gonna be 3 rounds. We've got 2 movements. We got sandbag zercher squats. So we're gonna have that sandbag just right up in the elbows, hips back and down, knees are going out. We're gonna be working for 30 seconds in the first round, and then we're gonna hit sandbag mountain climbers. So hands are gonna be on the sandbag, driving the knees to the elbows. Round number 1, we're gonna go 15 seconds. How this gonna work? 30 seconds in the zercher, 15 seconds in the mountain climber. Then we're gonna go 40 seconds in the zercher, 20 in the mountain climber. Then we're gonna finish 50 seconds in the zercher, 25 seconds in the mountain climber. After we finish block number 1, block number 2, we're going into the block. This is where you're gonna need your space to run or your treadmill. This is gonna be a self-timed block. Each one of these movements you're gonna be doing for 1 minute at a time. So you guys can either set your watch, set your phone, or follow the timer on the treadmill. So what this is gonna look like, Casey's gonna show us these movements. You're gonna start with a 1 minute right-sided sandbag shoulder carry. If you're on the treadmill, we're going 2.5 to 3 miles per hour. After you finish that minute, we're gonna set that sandbag down, and then we're gonna sprint at 8 to 10 miles an hour for 1 minute. He's jogging. After he finishes that minute, we've got a sandbag overhead carry for 1 minute. So we're gonna do that sandbag in the overhead position. If you're on the treadmill, this can be a little bit sketchy to do. So I would recommend dropping that speed down, probably 1.5 to 2 miles an hour, or you can just carry that outside. These athletes are just gonna carry it back and forth in the lab until that minute's done. After you finish the overhead carry, we're gonna go back to that single arm carry on the left side, sprint, and then overhead carry. So just remember, sandbag shoulder carry, sprint, overhead, opposite side shoulder carry, sprint, overhead. We're gonna go through the whole workout twice today, starting with that first block. After we finish the first block, I'll give you guys a little bit of time to start up that treadmill and get things ready. All right, you guys ready for this one? We're gonna start in 10 seconds with that zercher squat for 30 seconds. All right, here we go, guys. 3, 2, 1. Go. All right, sandbag is in the elbows. Try to keep that chest up. Shoulders stacked over the hips. Casey's working with the 60, Danny's working with the 40 today. Give you guys a little reference for what these guys have. Good, 10 seconds and we're dropping that sandbag down, hitting the first round of mountain climbers in 5, 3, 2, 1, switch. There we go, guys. All right, good brace to that core. Hips are staying low, driving the knee to the elbow. Good, in 5 seconds, we're back up for the zercher squat. 3, 2, 1, switch. 40 seconds. Good, try to find a nice steady pace. Goal here is just to move for that full time interval. These zercher squats are definitely gonna challenge that upper back strength and endurance. Quick little tip here is if we can keep our shoulders stacked over those hips, it's gonna make that upper body have to work a little bit less. If you find it really hard to get in a good position here, you can elevate your heels on some small plates. 10 seconds. Here we go, back to the mountain climber in 3, 2, 1, switch. All right, 20 seconds. Here we go, final 10. Last round of zerchers coming up in 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, switch. Here we go, guys, 50 seconds. Here we go, good steady pace, nice job. Hips back and down, driving those knees out over the pinky toe. Here, there we go. Definitely the hardest round here, 50 seconds. Just keep that good consistent pace. If you need to breathe, stop for a second at the top, grab a breath or two, and then drop into that next rep. Ten seconds. Looking strong. All right, here we go. Final round of mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1, switch. Here we go, 25 seconds. Nice work, focus on your breathing. Keep those legs moving. Five seconds. 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice job, guys. Let's take a minute or so here. Make your way to that treadmill. Again, you guys will need your sandbag over there. We're gonna start with that right-sided shoulder carry for 1 minute. Goal for your speed on the treadmill is gonna be 2.5 to 3 miles an hour. You guys crushed it. All right, we're gonna take the next 30 seconds. These guys are gonna get that treadmill up to speed. You guys at home, again, if you're going outside, get yourself ready. Remember, you're timing each one of these blocks yourself, but I'll try and remind you where we're at.
Right side?
Yep, starting on the right side. I'll give you guys a buzzer to kick off that first round in 10 seconds. You go right-sided carry, starting in 3, 2, 1, go. We go, guys. See how you feel with that speed. Again, you can adjust that up and down as needed. After you finish this first right-sided carry for a minute, sandbag is going down. When you do that, I want you guys to step off that treadmill, set the sandbag down, and then we'll get back on, increase your speed for that first sprint. Starting a little casual here, it looks like. Single-sided carry is going to be a good little test for your core as you continue along there. There we go. These guys are probably coming close to their minute. You guys at home should be too. All right, they're stepping off. Sandbag is down. Now we've got 1 minute. Go ahead and crank that speed up to your sprint speed. Once you're there, your minute is going to start. Might not be a bad idea to start a little slower, then pick up the speed once you get your legs underneath you. All right, here we go. Nice job, Mount Tough. Remember on that sprint, quick turnover of those feet. Torso should be slightly leaned forward to keep up that momentum. Once you guys finish this minute, you've got 1 minute of that sandbag overhead carry, either on your treadmill at a lower speed, or you can do that outside or in whatever space you're doing this workout. Good, nice job. You guys want to lower that back down to your carry speed. Good, all right. And once you're ready, we're going right into that overhead carry. These guys are gonna be off the treadmill for that one. Gonna be a little bit more comfortable. Everybody's gonna have different sandbags at home. If you guys have handles, easiest to hold on to those while you punch it overhead just to help with your grip. There we go, all right. You guys started right at about the 9:24 on the clock here. Good job, guys. In that overhead carry, try and punch that sandbag to the ceiling. Keep those ribs down in that position. It's gonna wanna pull you into extension. You wanna brace that core so we're not just loading that low back. Here we go. You guys have about 30 seconds left here. Remember, after you finish this overhead carry, we're back to the shoulder carry, this time on the left side. These guys will head back to the treadmill for that. Good job, guys. Got about 10 seconds. All right, well done. Let's head back to the treadmill. By the time you guys get over there, be able to head right into that left-sided carry. All right, here we go. Remember, 2.5 to 3.5 miles an hour on that carry. You guys already tested that out once on the right side. If you're able to go a little bit faster, challenge yourself a little bit, feel free to do that. So now we've got left-sided carry, we've got our sprint, and then we've got our overhead carry before we start back at the top. Remember again, when we're done with that left-sided carry, step off that treadmill. If you're on one, set that sandbag down and then crank up that speed for your sprint. Here we go. All right, second round through that sprint. Probably feels good to get that sandbag off your shoulders for a minute here, even if you're moving fast. All right, here we go. Back to the sprint. You guys probably noticed this workout was specifically designed to have you go right in that overhead carry after your heart rate's up from that sprint. Once you guys are done with that sprint, we've got 1 more minute of your overhead carry. And then we're starting back at the top for 1 more round through the full thing. These guys are staying in sync, I like it. All right, we're coming back into the studio for our overhead carry. Here we go, try to take a few deep breaths, bring that heart rate back down. We know it's gonna be challenging to maintain that hold, brace that core while that heart rate's elevated. There we go, 1320 is where you guys started. There we go, focus on good control. Doesn't have to be a fast pace here. Breathing, bracing, and punch that sandbag to the ceiling. And don't rest it on your head, Casey. 30 seconds. There we go, guys, almost there. Once we're finished up, we'll give you guys a little bit extra rest just to make sure we're all on the same page. And then we're gonna start again at block 1. You guys have 10 seconds left. There we go, keep fighting it. The shoulders are feeling it, aren't they? 3, 2, 1. All right, so these athletes are done in the lab. Good, let's take 1 minute just to give everybody the chance to get on the same page here. And then again, we're starting back at the top. So remember, just like we started, sandbag zerchers, mountain climbers, 30, 15, 40, 20, 50, 25. And then we're back on to block 2. Pretty easy one to remember today. How you guys feeling? Tough?
Yeah. Good.
Shoulders burning a little bit. What's that, block 1? These guys may or may not have got an extra round of block 1 in due to a filming error on my part, so they're getting a 3rd round here.
Bonus round.
Bonus round. All right, guys, we've got 20 seconds, and we're gonna start with that Zercher squat for 30 seconds. In case anybody still is working on that block, for whatever reason, feel free to pause the video, catch up with us when you're ready. 10 seconds. This is the final round of this one, guys. All right, guys, here we go. 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Chest up, elbows high on that Zercher squat. Again, upper back is going to be feeling, especially after that overhead carry. It's going to test a little bit of that mental toughness here, even during a relatively short block. There we go. 10 seconds. We're dropping that sandbag right into that first round of mountain climbers for 15 seconds. 3, 2, 1, switch. There we go. All right, one round down. Good, nice job. Steady pace on those mountain climbers. Make sure we're breathing. We got more Zerchers coming up. In 3, 2, 1, switch. There we go, 40 seconds. We know the upper back's gonna be burning. Just find a way to keep moving through that squat. Good, again, if you wanna set that sandbag down, I challenge you just to take an extra breath. Think about it for a second. Try to fight to hold on to it for that full 40-second interval. You guys are crushing it. Keep it up. We've got 10 seconds till we get a little more mountain climber. All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, switch. 20 seconds of mountain climbers. Nice job, guys. 10 seconds. Then we've got our final round through block 1. Back to the Zercher for the longest block. 3, 2, 1, switch. Here we go. 50 seconds. Final time you guys are going to have to Zercher. There we go. Find a way to keep moving without setting that sandbag down. That's it, guys. There we go. Keep the weight in the heels. Try not to get up on those toes. Keep that chest up. I know that upper back is burning. Probably feeling it in those biceps too, having to hold on to that bag. Keep it up, guys. 10 seconds. Here we go. Final round of mountain climbers in 3, 2, 1, switch. That's it, guys. 25 seconds to work. There we go. Keep it up. Keep it up. Now we're going to have a quick transition until we get back on that treadmill after this block. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Nice work, guys. All right, let's take 30 seconds. Bring those sandbags over. We've already got the treadmills going. Remember, we're starting with that right-sided carry, 2.5 to 3.5 miles an hour. I'm gonna give you guys that timer as we start, and then remember this block, you're on your own for timing, 1 minute for each of those movements. Here we go, starting at the top, right-sided carry in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go, 1 minute in that carry. If this one's feeling pretty good, you know, you have a round under your belt now. If you want to increase that speed a little bit, challenge yourself a little, gonna test that core carrying in multiple different variations today. Again, always a good safety reminder. Once we're done with this carry, step off that treadmill, sandbag is down, crank up that speed to your sprint speed, and then we're gonna hit 1 minute there. Good, these guys are doing a great job of bracing with that bag, keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips. Try not to lean away. There we go. All right, they're stepping off. Sandbags down. Speed is up. Here we go. Again, I know we're a little deeper into the workout now, but if you're feeling good, feeling strong in the legs, try to kick up that sprint speed, maybe half a mile an hour through this last couple efforts here. Good job, guys. After our minute sprint, we've got a minute in that overhead carry. Again, either on your treadmill with a lower speed, outside. These guys are gonna be in the studio here. Good job, you guys. Keep it up. All right. First round through that overhead carry, grab that sandbag. Okay, we're gonna punch that thing overhead and get ready for another challenging minute here. All right, here we go. Big deep breath. Get ready to feel those shoulders burning. Nice job. You guys started about the 46 here on the clock. Remember, on these overhead carries, trying to keep that sandbag stacked directly over your body is gonna make it the easiest it can. Anytime that sandbag goes forward or goes back, your shoulder is gonna have to work a little bit harder, so try your best to keep that balance stacked right over your shoulders and hips. Nice and steady, good brace to that core. There you go, Casey. You guys have 10 seconds left. Almost there. 3, 2, 1, and drop. All right. Here we go, back to that treadmill. We've got one more round through each of those movements. We're going left-sided carry, sprint, and one more round in the overhead to finish the workout today. There we go. Remember, on that carry, we're back down 2.5, 3.5 miles an hour, or wherever you guys were in that last round. All right, we're getting to that final sprint, final challenge here without that sandbag. Again, if you got some gas left in the tank, some energy left in those legs, try to make this your fastest sprint of the day. There we go, these guys are off, sandbag is down, speed is up, here we go. Let's go, drive with those arms, use those legs. Here we go, 1 minute sprint. That's it, Danny. Just cranking that thing up just over 10. Casey's right at about 9.8 here. They know they got that carry coming up next. Let's go, Mountain Tough. Strong finish on that sprint. All that's left after this is that final minute overhead carry. Perfect, there we go. We're shutting them down, grabbing that sandbag one final time. Here we go, and no one's dropping them. Final 60 seconds. There we go, shake out those shoulders, get a good breath. Remember, you guys are timing this minute yourself. These guys are going together. Perfect, all right at the 45. Here we go, keep it up, guys. This one's gonna test you. Shoulders are feeling tired, heart rate's up. Again, best thing you can do is keep that good brace through the core, punch that sandbag straight up to the ceiling versus back. Good job, Danny. Guys have 15 seconds left. It's gonna feel good to set that sandbag down. Let's go, keep it up. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, rest. Ooh, not a second longer. Nice job, Danny. Nice job, Casey. Great job, Mountain Tough. I know a little different format for that one, having to time yourself, but again, these workouts all about challenging ourselves, being adaptable, such as another element to throw at you guys on that one. Way to crush that workout. Definitely a challenging one with the different carry variations as well. So great job to you guys. We'll see you back here for week 3, day 5 tomorrow. Stay dangerous, Mountain Tough.